Welcome to this edition of Indago ResearchCast, where we highlight findings from our Indago supply chain research community. One of the few silver linings associated with the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on supply chains is that the term supply chain has gone mainstream. Newspapers and television programs are talking about supply chain. Your friends and neighbors are probably talking about it too. And even the musician Jack White named his upcoming tour the Supply Chain Issues Tour. For those of us in the field, the fact that there is greater awareness and appreciation for the role and importance of supply chain management among the general public is a positive development. But has the term supply chain become, quote, overused ad nauseam? The folks at Lake Superior State University believe so, which is why they included supply chain in their annual list of banished words for 2022. Not surprising, many people in the industry strongly disagree. If you banish supply chain, then why not banish medicine or law or education or any other term that refers to an industry or profession? Yes, blaming the supply chain has become the de facto excuse for anything experiencing delays or shortages, but that's because in most cases, supply chain problems are indeed to blame. By the same logic, should we ban the word climate because it's to blame for a lot of bad weather? This debate regarding the banished words list, however, raises a different question. Is it time to rename supply chain management? In my mind, the word chain implies fixed, linear, rigid, things that are the opposite of today's operating reality where trading partner networks, business processes, and customer expectations are more fluid and constantly changing. Therefore, maybe it's time to come up with a new name. And if so, what would be a better name for this discipline? Back in August of 2021, we asked our Indago members, who are all supply chain logistics professionals from manufacturing, retail, and distribution companies, do you believe the term supply chain management accurately conveys the realities of today's operating environment? As this chart shows, almost 2/3 of our members believe that the term supply chain management is still appropriate. The remaining members are evenly split between those who are undecided and those who do not believe it is an adequate term anymore. In fact, several members disagreed with my thinking and believe that the word chain is still a good descriptor. For example, here are a couple of comments from our members. I think supply chain management provides a good mental picture to simplify what's happening. Each link in the chain is ultimately important, and should one link fail, then the entire chain would fall apart. I think it's quite an adequate descriptor and easy to use analogy for what we do. Another respondent commented, I don't interpret chain as a physical rigid item. I think of it like how it's used in chain reaction. I've also used the term for a long time, so perhaps I'm biased, but I do feel it conveys the interconnected nature of network and reliance on upstream partners. So maybe this is a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or maybe it's another example of how we don't like change and often resist it. Either way, we also asked our Indago members, if you had to come up with an alternative to supply chain management, what would it be? For insights on that question, please download the Indago report. And if you're a supply chain or logistics professional from a manufacturing, retail, or distribution company, we invite you to join our Indago research community. It's free, confidential, the time commitment is less than 4 minutes per week, and the best part, your participation benefits a variety of charities. To learn more and apply, please visit joinindago.com. Thank you for watching this Indago ResearchCast.